Hello, my name is Jamie Coble, and I am a College Access Program Consultant with South Carolina's Commission on Higher Education. Today, we're here to explain all things FAFSA through our new FAFSA Explained Video Series. For this specific video, we want to talk about which parent or guardian should be a contributor on a student's FAFSA. So we will review some various scenarios to determine which parent needs to contribute to the student's FAFSA. We do have an infographic here that I will be walking through to showcase those different scenarios, which we have a link for on our website that you can utilize as well. Also, while a student is completing the FAFSA will ask these questions to figure out which parent should be the contributor as well. So if you're wondering ahead of time, you can use this infographic, but if you're completing your FAFSA, you will answer the same questions to determine which parent should be the contributor. So the very first thing, is my parent a contributor when I fill out the FAFSA form? A parent means your legal, biological, or adoptive parent, or a person that the state has determined to be your legal parent. A step parent is considered a parent if they have adopted you. Step parents that have not adopted you will be identified as a parent spouse. So one of the first questions to ask yourself is, are your biological or adoptive parents married to each other? If that is yes, then your parents' marital status is married, which means not separated, and both of your parents' information must be included on the FAFSA form. If your parents did not file taxes jointly, meaning they filed taxes separately, then both of your parents are contributors. Their individual information, consent, and approval and signatures will be required on the FAFSA form. If your parents filed taxes jointly, only one parent is required as a contributor and will report information for both parents. So really, if your parents are married, it really depends on their tax filing status on whether or not both of them need to contribute to your FAFSA. If they file separately, both of them need to contribute. And if they file jointly, only one parent is required to contribute, and they will provide information for both parents. The next question to ask after answering if they're both married or not, or if they're married to each other. Then if they are not married to each other, you ask, do your biological or adoptive parents live together? And if that is the case, then your parents' marital status is considered unmarried, both legal parents living together, and both of your parents are contributors, even if they were never married, are divorced, or separated. Their individual information, consent and approval, and signatures will be required on the FAFSA form. So if your parents are not married, but they are living together, this would be applicable to you. Okay, after those two questions, we want to ask ourselves, did one parent provide more financial support than the other over the past 12 months? So if that is the case, then the individual information, consent and approval, and signature of the parent who provided more financial support over the past 12 months will be required on the FAFSA form. And then this parent is considered the contributor to your FAFSA. If that parent has remarried, so you would go down to here and see the check mark yes, your parent's marital status would be considered married or remarried, and your step parent will also be identified as a contributor on the FAFSA form if they did not file their taxes jointly with your parent. Okay, if the answer to this question, did one parent provide more financial support than the other over the past 12 months, is no, then the individual information, consent and approval, and signature of the parent who has the greater income or assets will be required on the FAFSA form, and this parent will be identified as the contributor. After that, you want to answer whether or not they have married or remarried. If they have not married or remarried, your parents' marital status would be considered single, and this would be never married, separated, divorced, or widowed. And then an additional parent will not be identified as a contributor. So after you determine which parent does or does not provide more financial support over the past 12 months, then you determine if that parent is married or remarried, and that will really identify which of those parents needs to contribute to your FAFSA. Again, if you need to look at this infographic, we do have the link out on our website, and you can email ourselves if you have any questions about your personal scenario. But also, again, the FAFSA will ask all of these questions to determine which parent is best suited to contribute to your FAFSA. One important thing to remember is that once the parent is determined to be a contributor, you will need that parent's email, date of birth, and phone number to be able to invite them to contribute to your FAFSA. So make sure to make note of those if you're doing this ahead of time so you can easily walk through to the next steps. We hope this video helped explain which parent should be a contributor to your FAFSA. Be sure to catch our other videos and learn more about the FSAID, new FAFSA terms, how a role-based form works, and more. And if you have more topic areas that need explained, please do drop a comment and let us know so we can create a video for that as well. Thank you and enjoy the day.